Okay, but anyways, okay, there's my attorney. All right, there's my attorney, and it says, I will read it for you. Well, I'll show it to you first. Okay, I'm going to show it to you first. Then I'll read it to you. Motion for return of custody. Now the father and mother, James Von Helton and Andrea Locke, and respectfully request that this court return custody of the above minors to them. As grounds for said motion, the father and mother state that they are the biological father and mother of the above children and are ready, willing, and able to accept custody. Wherefore, the father and mother, James Von Helton and Andrea Locke, respectfully request that this court return custody to the above minors to them. Alright. So, now the trolls will say, well, that's just a petition to get them back. No, it's a little bit more than that, because this here has the backing of my attorney, and this here is the proof. Okay? So, I've got proof, and I've got my attorney. They have nothing. They have nothing except hearsay and innuendo. Okay? That's it. That's all they got. They got no hard proof. They got no hard proof. They took my kids on a lie, an outright lie in some cases. You can sit there and speculate till the cows come home why a doctor would lie. I don't care. They lied. Because I've got tons of witnesses in Manchester that have all seen those babies before they went to Dr. Del Mundo's office. See, what Dr. Del Mundo was not aware, I took them kids to McDonald's, Walmart, and IGA prior to taking them to her office. Okay? That's fact. That's a fact. And so all we have to do is put those witnesses on the stand. Well, hey, Von Helton's kids didn't have no urine and feces on them when I saw them. Hey, Von Helton's kids never had urine and feces on them when I saw them. Hey, I mean, the list is huge of witnesses that seen my children in public before I took them to the doctor's office. So did the kids have urine and feces on them when I took them to the office? No. And I have witnesses to that effect. Okay? So if they try to play that card, if they try to maintain the lie that I had my kids covered in urine and feces, they will lose. They will lose. Because I have a bevy of witnesses that all saw those kids prior to going to Dr. Del Mundo's office, and not one of them is going to say they were covered in urine feces. Not one. Not one. Not one. So let them sit there and say that all they want, because I got witnesses that said they don't. If Dr. Dell took samples, where are they? Why weren't they submitted in the pretrial? The doctor had every right to submit that evidence in the pretrial. She didn't do it. I mean, they could have presented that evidence immediately, and they didn't. There is no evidence, folks. I've got people from Walmart. I got people from McDonald's. I got people from IGA. I think I even got people from Save-A-Lot who will testify, who have to testify if they're ordered to come to court, that there was no urine and feces in their hair or on their bodies anywhere. Our appointment with Del Mundo wasn't until, I think, what was it, like 1 o'clock or something, honey? That day we took the kids to Dr. Del Mundo's office. I think the appointment was at like 1 o'clock or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And see, prior to us taking
McDonald's, I remember that.
We went to McDonald's, we went to Walmart, we went to IGA, we were all over the fucking place with them kids, and not once did anyone say they had urine or feces on them, that their clothes wasn't even dirty. Okay? Their clothes wasn't even dirty. Okay, they had clean clothes on, they were cleaned up. She had just given the kids a bath prior to that. Okay? So, Dr. Del Mundo lied. Sorry, trolls, haters. Dr. Del Mundo lied. Okay? Yeah, it's just her word. That's all there is just her word. That's it. That's all it is just her word. And I would have puked, that's right. If those kids had been covered in urine and feces, I would have upchucked. Okay? And I didn't. Because they weren't covered in urine and feces. They weren't.
I wouldn't do that. Honey, I send you something.
No, Johnny.
Special.
Okay, thank you. No, no, Johnny Guitar. As far as I know, the doctor has absolutely no proof of her claims whatsoever. None. To my knowledge. Because if she did, she would have presented it, right? She would have given it to the courts, right? When she made her claim, see, what she done was, she filed a report. Okay, what she done was, she filed a report at the clerk of courts. Okay, she filed her, well shit, you can't fucking see it. She filed a report at the clerk of courts. Okay, when she filed her report at the clerk of courts, she could have left the evidence at the clerk of courts office. She didn't. She didn't. Sorry about your luck. She left no evidence. Nobody in this mountain of paperwork here has any fucking evidence. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Because if they did, it would be at the clerk of court's office. And my lawyer would be able to go see it. But when my lawyer checked, there was no evidence. My lawyer checked. My lawyer called the clerk of court's office to see if there was any evidence to back up these claims. There is none. There is no evidence. None. But I got evidence. But I got evidence. I got evidence. I got tons of it.
Case closed.
Case
We
closed.
win.
That's right. Case closed.
We win.
They were taken on hearsay. Correct. Correct. The only thing that's in those documents is hearsay and innuendo. That's it. Just hearsay. There is no evidence. Because if there had been evidence, it would have been left at the clerk of court's office. And when my attorney checked, there was no evidence at the clerk of court's office. There isn't any. Sorry.
Honey,
There is no evidence. Yes.
honey,
Exactly. Well, the thing of it is, the thing of it is, the doctor admitted in front of multiple witnesses that she watched my vids and that she did not like me. And she said that in front of multiple witnesses. Witnesses that can be subpoenaed into court and forced to testify, if necessary. So, the good doctor is in deep shit. She really, really is. She may not realize it, she may not believe it, but she's in deep shit. You don't perjure yourself in a court of law, okay? You just don't do that shit. Yes, she really did say that, Bont. She really did say that. According to my wife overheard her. There was a bunch of nurses' aides that were standing around. She said this publicly, that she did not like me, and that she did watch all of my videos. Folks, if somebody does not like you, and they watch all of your videos, what are they? Anybody know? Anybody got the answer to that one? They're a hater. That's right. That's right. They are a hater. You're damn right. So when I say the doctor is a YouTube hater, an internet hater, a troll of mine, I'm not bullshitting. I'm being literal. She said it out of her own mouth. That she watches all my videos and that she hates me. Okay, well that's a hater. You know. Period. Naysayer, hater, troll. Maybe a little bit of all three. Who knows? I'm not going to parse that shit out. I'm not. At least not at this point. I give Val and that we attend parenting classes. That is what the court wants us to do. And we will do that. We're already signed up. The thing of it is, though, is that those things are way off in the future. The parenting classes aren't until November. And the psych eval probably won't be until either late September or early October. Okay, so do I still see the Del Mundo doctor? No, we walked out. When I found out that she had falsely accused me of leaving my children with urine and feces in their hair, we walked out. I got mad. We walked out. Yeah, well, that's correct. If it wasn't me, it would just be somebody else. That's true. That's true. Well, see, the bitch of this whole thing is that we didn't do anything wrong in the first damn place. That's the thing that aggravates me, is that we didn't do anything wrong, you know. They assumed, read between the lines, they assumed that, you know, that the kids were in danger, but they aren't. According to a doctor in Lexington, they were only off by 1 ounce. That's it. 1 ounce.